Hey guys, welcome back. For our next Easter balloon, I'm actually going to show you how to make a usable Easter basket. And then bestly fill it with a whole bunch of sugar shit and random stuff. But it will prove that it actually works. So, for this one, you're actually going to be working in primarily your 160s. Alright, there's going to be no 260 usage here. If you're going to be doing like a light multicolor basket, you're going to have white as your base. If you're going to be doing a darker one, like if you want to do a standard brown or darker tone, you want to use either a black or the dark blue for the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 for my base, 3 different colors for the weaving, and 3 final colors for the handle. For the handle, I'm actually going to use 2 metallics and 1 regular. I like to use the metallics for the handle just so it actually has a little bit more support when you put it on. And if kids want to pick it up and carry it around, it won't like sink down like the regular ones will. So we're going to start with your white. And basically we're going to start doing like a starburst pattern. So by figuring out how big we want our basket to be, this one I'm going to give myself a good 4-inch tail right here. Because I want to go halfway with how deep my basket is. So, a little bit. We give it a nice squeeze because we still want it to be somewhat flexible here. So this is going to be my end. I'm going to do an ear twist here. Now that we have this is where the end of my basket, like the top rim, is going to connect into. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down. I want it to be, let's make a 3-inch basket. Well, this is about 4 inches here. I'm going to do another ear twist. So this is how tall my basket's going to be, like how deep it is. I'm going to go in about 2 inches here because I want it to be somewhat thin. I'm going to do an ear twist here. And this is where I'm going to attach the other parts of my white. So now, if I did that correctly, just pull out another 2 inches here. Another ear twist. I'm going to bring it back up, and you're going to have the same length here. I'm going to finish it off with another ear twist right up here. So right now I'm just making the base of my basket, so when I do start the weaving, it'll look nice. So I'm going to do the same thing to another white. Try to make sure that they're all the same length too, because you don't want to shortchange yourself, and then you end up with a wonky basket. So ear twist. Go down. If you need to measure, go right ahead. Oop, that's alright. Ear twist. Go into 2 inches. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first one. I'm going to connect it right here to this ear twist. Now I'm also going to put an ear twist on top of that. So you're going to have 2 ear twists down here at the bottom. Just so it's going to basically push your balloons like horizontal like this, so you're not going to have some weird wonky ones going on. I'm going to go out again. This is a balloon that you're going to want to make basically before party starts, because some people kind of get triggered a little bit, and they could easily see this as like a little swastika's design, but we're not going for that. We need that for our base. So do that when kids aren't looking and parents aren't looking. Like, do it for like a tabletop thing. Now for your third one, you're not going to do another spike to this. You want to have 5. Alright, if you have 6, it's not going to work out so well in your favor. So I'm going to measure just to make sure that I'm halfway. Do my ear twist here. And then I'm just going to do the ear twist down at the bottom. Right here. And I'm just going to connect that into my 2 existing ear twists that are down here at the bottom. We want to have a nice solid base here. Again, triple knot it, and save it for your next one. Like so. So now you should have a starburst pattern. Is everything going the right way? That'd be lovely. Like so. See? 5-point star. Again, take your scissors, cut off the extra white that's down here at the bottom from your last balloon. So we won't be needing that. Now you can see how tall my basket is going to be. It's okay if these ones are longer because we can always let the air out here. Next, we're going to go ahead and take our primary colors. This is going to be our basket colors. I'm going to use teal. Well, it's like a light forest green teal. Pink and purple, because those are nice springtime colors. Now I'm just going to blow them up until I have about 3 inches at the end here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie each one end to end before I start weaving them. Like so. And then the pink one. I mean, this is a good idea to do if, you know, you have kids or if you're going to an Easter event and they always have like the baskets and the parents don't want to spend money on the baskets. This is a cute little idea to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my pink. I'm going to work my way up to the darker colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a starting point, which is any one of those ear twists down at the bottom. I'm going to go once around to connect every one of those. You want this to be pretty sturdy, so you don't want to squeeze it too tight as you go on. So you still want that stability. Making sure you hit every single one of those, because you do not want to miss one. Because right now we're still working on framework. And we also want to have each ear twist going on the outside. Alright. Now that we have our framework done, like so, what we're going to do is we're going to start weaving the basket now. So you want to try to keep it tight. Going to go over, then under, then over again. And at this point, we're going to want to connect our next balloon. So, nozzle to end. Give it a little squeeze too while you're going. Going around. Going under. Over. Under. It's going to take some patience because it's going to want to curve in on itself. Go. Over. Under. Okay, well this is about to work out. I don't know why it worked the first time. Oh, that's what I didn't do. Forgot to do the twist. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna do like a little 1-inch twist here. Do that here, twist there. That's what I forgot to do. Silly me. Alright, yeah, you're gonna go up 1 inch. That's why I wasn't. Yeah, that's alright. That's why I do my balloons in one take. If things go wrong, you know what happens. I was wondering why it wasn't working out. There we go. Come on. There we go. I'm just going to gradually add a little bit of length on each one, too. There we go. Like so. So now we're getting our basket. Go figure, I goofed. I done goofed. There we go. Yeah, I was thinking, well, it worked last time, why isn't it working now? Here's your answer. Alright, now that we're getting down to our green, we're going to go ahead and add our purple. There we go. And we're just going to finish that off, making our final pass around. Alright. And we all make mistakes sometimes. It just means we're not robots yet. There we go. And then with this final pass, now that I've reached the top, just going to go ahead, twist, then make an ear twist using our purple here. And connect that into the end of our white. Now, once you reach to the whites that have a little bit extra room, go ahead and snip that down. You're not going to need all that. Boop. Right there. And grab our last one. I'm just going to tie these two together. Alright. Now here you want to go ahead and push your basket a little bit open. Give it a little bit more shape to it. And if you have these little stragglers that are sticking out like so, go ahead, give them an extra knot and give them a snip. here. See? Now we have a pretty decent sized basket. Look at that. We have a lot in here. Now before we fill that, let's go ahead and make our handle. What's bugging me here? That's alright, we'll fix it. Oop, don't roll over. So, for our handle, we're actually going to do a braid. So, seeing that I'm going to have a pretty big one, I'm going to give it a little extra poof to it. A little more air. There we go. So there, that leaves me a good 5 inches at the end here. Because once we braid it, it's going to shrink it down a little bit. Again, this one, you want to make sure you measure too. So that they're about the same length. Nothing's worse than having a braid and then finding out one end's too long and then you end up, see, like that. A little bit out. And we're good. I'm going to tie these two together. Go ahead, grab my green. This one I'm using a lighter green. Measure again. Perfect. So now I'm going to pick an end, preferably, I cannot English, the one that you ended on, because it's going to be a little bit lower. I'm going to place my green one that isn't tied to these ones, roll that in, and tie these all together. Like so. Now I'm just going to do a braid. I'm going to reach it across to this far end here. So, hopefully you guys know how to braid. Just going over top of each one. Keeping it nice and light too. And if you measured right, they should all end up pretty much at the same point. Now, I'm going to tie these two together, since they are at the same point together. Like so. And I'm just going to go ahead and wrap my silver around the end knot here, and have it go right through the middle again. So that pulls everything together, because the silver was a little bit longer. At least want to pull it down so it meets the other two. Give that a good knot there. Now go ahead, bend your braid at this point. Braids tend to hold their shape too, so that makes it a little bit easier. Grab your end and bring it down. You're going to tie that into your ear twist here. Like so. Now if everything wants to keep its shape, which would be wonderful. There we go. We got a nice basket here. Now, if you have been given stuff to fill your basket, or if you have little stuff like I do here, grab yourself some Easter grass. Preferably the plastic kind. It's a little bit cheaper, but it expands a lot easier and we'll fill in a lot of the gaps left in your balloon. Like so. So now we have our Easter grass. Missed a few pieces here. If you have anything, we got these, with sharp edges, like these little jelly bean boxes, right here, not sponsored, you're going to want to keep those in the middle, because if they're toward the edge, you're going to want to pop the balloon. Take your little bunny, place that in the middle also, and if you have lighter stuff, like little tiny eggs like these here, you go ahead and place those on the edges, because they are big enough that they won't fall out of your Easter basket, but light enough that when you pick it up, it's not going to topple your basket, like so. And if I turn it, you can see all the goodies inside. And look, you can bounce it, and it won't come out. So again, this is a nice little Easter thing. If you want to have it as a table decoration for Easter parties or anything like that, definitely want to trim the edges there. You got yourself a balloon Easter basket. So guys, have a wonderful Easter. Have a great time. I'll see you in the next one. Be good to each other. Bye.